Already.
Pop. Pop pop. Pop. Pop pop. Pop. Pop pop. Pop.
Hello and welcome to Misfits and Monsters. I'm your scary neighbourhood Dungeon Master Aaron, and with me today I have a lot less people playing because some are missing. Whereabouts unknown. Do write in and tell us if you see them anywhere, because we'd like.
Do not approach them. Considered extremely dangerous.
It could be contagious, yeah.
Escaped convict.
So after I finish rambling, the remainder of the Misfits that have joined me this evening will one by one tell you about themselves and the characters they play in the form of a rhyme, a rap, a limerick, or even just a loose collection of words, the base minimum of requirements to possibly earn themselves some inspiration to use in tonight's game. So
I'm going for a crap instead of a rap.
You're gonna go for a crap.
A crap.
Well, if it's not original, Craig, you might just get inspiration for that joke. So why don't you go first?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I did add an extra bit on the end of this, but now I read it, I'm like, that doesn't even rhyme. What was it? Oh yeah, I play Cray Cray, reptilian bugbear hybrid fighter, with sometimes amnesia, sometimes.
Selective amnesia.
Yeah.
That's like all the people who owe me money.
Yeah. Yeah. We were now.
Wow, was that it? My God, Craig.
I did write this thing, but I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't rhyme. Maybe it does rhyme.
Well, why don't you just try it?
No, it doesn't. I just checked.
It doesn't have to rhyme. It doesn't have to be anything other than just something.
We did stuff.
No inspiration for you, Craig.
That's fine.
For not having bravery.
I'll get inspiration by my deeds.
Disadvantage on all fear checks for the remainder of the...
Okay. All right, Pat. Come on then. What have you got?
It's the beat. He hear it in his sleep sometime. Blare it in your Jeep so your people can stare at them rhymes. Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram.
Everyday holograms.
Are you reading MFD?
Watchers get
Yes.
sued.
Even when Ribs was
Stop,
touching
stop,
the...
stop,
They swallowed the ham!
No,
Okay.
because we'll get fucking done for it.
Yeah.
As much as we love Doom and his family, that was our tribute to his sad passing. Thank you. Please don't sue us.
No inspiration for nearly taking the channel
We
down.
have no.
I know, right?
We have no money, unless just in case the shoddiness. Of
Why don't we
this
offer all of the earnings
stream
that we've made
is-
from
it
this?
is evident in that.
No, couldn't tell that this is DIY.
What? This set's amazing. What are you talking about?
Craig,
This
you're
is
ruining
not
the illusion.
This is not a shower curtain.
Oh, damn it!
They can take all of our earnings from this stream.
All of the money.
All of the money that
That's
we
already
get.
going. That's already going elsewhere based on all the other things that we've been using. So, yeah, so much for that. Well, Pat, No. Just no.
Oh well.
Nice try, sir. All right, Mike. What have you got for us?
Shall I continue the trend of no inspiration? I'm gonna go back to throwback to one of the earlier intros. So I'm playing Ezra with charm and wit, sharp as any blade. Brings some much needed sophistication to the misfit rabble. Testing the might of pen and sword, he strives for feats of heroism worthy of his own tale.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
It's
still doing it.
It's good. I wish I could give perpetual inspiration, but you have to do something different to qualify. So, but
That's
it's
fair
fine.
enough.
This is the thing. If you guys all just have a fallback thing that you can just repeat, I'll accept that. You won't get inspiration, but unless you add another extra thing to the end or something like that. But,
Oh, that's a thought. I could
Yeah.
keep extending it
yeah,
each
you
time.
just keep making it longer.
Yeah,
Until the entire stream will just be you guys just reading out
Yep.
like pages of additions
Random
to your
rhymes.
intro paragraph.
That's what I've done, except I've written the last line doesn't rhyme, so I'm like, oh, it can't be good. Can't say that.
Just force rhyme it.
Force rhyme it.
Yeah, force rhyme it.
What did I say? Elemental centipedes exploding with our dank deeds. Lesson here is don't scalp kids. Their dads will chase you through narrow passages.
That's fine.
Okay.
What the hell?
Did you
was
say
the
what?
first rhyme? You just said passages.
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 Yeah. Passages.
Do I get inspiration?
No.
No, because you didn't do it, you coward.
I'm joking.
You coward.
You fucking coward.
Last week I was probably like, yeah, that's fine. And now I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, Haz. Come on then.
Sorry, man.
I know you've got something. Come on.
Hello, I'm Haz. I play Bramble. Living with a scowl is often mistaken for a mask. Is he really on the prowl or is he putting on an act? It's a fact, never ask. His reasoning is askew. There's not so fancy cruise Nancy Drew with a pale hue and necromancy too. He's kind of grey, is what they say. Last week a scarecrow flambe, and he couldn't last a minute more. What can you say? This week he's off to fight a minotaur.
That's great. Yeah. Okay,
Oh, shit.
you get inspiration. Have you noticed that we're all wearing grey tops? This is
I know,
bad.
right?
There's no
It's our
colour.
uniform.
Pat, you let us down by wearing.
I know. Quickly, go!
I'm
Front
wearing
one from the grey.
Czech army surplus.
Splash of colour that is.
The only reason is I forgot to take this off, and I just couldn't be bothered to try and do it while locked into this place that I'm
No, you
chained
guys
to.
planned this and you just didn't tell me.
No, we're not the Greys.
The Greys. I
okay,
don't have it.
so-
I don't have any clothes that aren't black. I'm sorry. I don't think I own anything that's grey. Honestly, I don't.
Craig owns too many grey tops.
Yeah, that's a weird
His
thing.
entire wardrobe is just grey.
I find grey hoodies really calming. Welcome to the inside of my brain, everyone.
Yeah.
It's grey.
It's fucking empty.
It's grey.
It's grey.
It looks like porridge.
It's grey and full of anatomy, so it's like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
Grey's and oh Jesus.
that's probably true, actually.
Right.
Lame.
On with a recap. So last session, you discovered by just taking a chance and throwing one. Who was it who threw themselves into at the stones beside the teleportation portal that was inert, and you needed to figure out how to activate it. And
Is it cat? No.
Knows me.
no, it was
Ah.
Bramble. So
Bramble,
Bramble
yeah.
just took a chance, and he found himself transported to
Which
a
mouse to move them out?
narrow, tall-sided, long passageway that appeared to be part of some kind.
I think Zox also went
Yeah,
through,
Zox
but
also got sucked into one. Yeah,
he didn't obviously come around where I was.
yeah.
So I'm like,
And the assumption is that you're all
This is
those of you that travel
yeah.
through it are all in separate places. So Zox and Bramble are not together.
Oh.
And the walls are smooth and too tall to scale, so to climb. So your only choice is to either go one way or the other, left or right, based on your orientation of where you are in this maze-like.
So
passageway.
Ezra's just seen them both manage to transport themselves away and
Yeah,
assume that is a good thing.
They both
So he's
disappeared.
gonna go and try and emulate what it was that they did by putting his hand on the Minotaur statue.
Okay, so as Ezra places his hand on one of the Minotaur statues, on either side of the teleportation runes or diagram between them, he also vanishes Cyber and Kayla's point of view, because the rest of you can't see that Sif and Cray Cray and Grogget are
We're around the corner.
And those flame-bearded giant creatures are currently arguing amongst themselves, so they're distracted. So now's your chance to try and get away if you wanted to. So
yeah, I can just run into the portal.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna run around the corner, see whoever that was that just disappeared into it, and just go after.
Do we assume that in running around you saw how we all disappeared?
Well, let's say that Kayla and Cyber would have alerted you to like what's just happened. Like you know, they'd be like, they have just disappeared.
I kill children.
Yeah.
I'm evil.
Perhaps we should follow after them. And then I'm speaking for Max because he's not joined us yet. He steps forward.
Oh,
Hey! Speak of the fucking devil.
Speak of the devil and he will come.
I can't control your character.
Right, I need to...
We were literally just about to take an action on your behalf.
He's not wearing grey.
Max
You
isn't
can
wearing
if
grey
you want.
either, that's good. It's some variation for people to look at.
Yeah, I can't control
We were nearly the grey tops for this entire session, Max.
Are we still in the same place on Roll20?
Ezra has just touched one of the Minotaur statues and also been vanished into a similar environment to Bramble and Zox. So Ezra finds himself standing in the centre of this long passageway with impossibly tall, smooth walls that are too high to scale. So the only choice for any of those three that have been transported is to choose a direction to go in, left or right.
I'm gonna stay while my beam of death is still going, and I'm gonna move it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna move it onto the person who's turned around, so that when he starts his turn, he takes damage. And I'm gonna ready an action that if they get through, I'm gonna go and touch the. Well, I'm gonna go and touch the Minotaur statue.
Okay. Righty ho. So, what are Cray Cray and Sif doing? So, Sif, you just going to go ahead like you said and just touch it and vanish as well?
Yeah. We can't move my character to give us control.
That's odd. You should be able to. Unless
Usually
resets
It seems to reset itself sometimes.
Yeah, usually we can do it.
You should be able to. You should be able to move this.
Okay. Just left click, right? I can move Cray Cray.
Okay, hang on then.
Whee! I am unmovable. I'm inflexible in my movement.
Okay, should be controllable by everybody now.
Okay.
You having any joy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sif disappears as well, and again you find yourself
Oh my god.
in the same type of environment I just described to the others. Long passageway and possibly high walls. You can't climb.
Is there...
Which statue did you touch?
I touched the left one's willy.
Does it have a
Damn.
wing?
It has a flat, nondescript
Action man
crotch
crotch.
area.
I go up to him and I touch both of them
I
at the same time.
saw what I wanted to see.
What if you do this, Aaron, and touch them like that?
Is that what you do,
Yeah.
Cray? You disappear just like they
Damn
did,
it.
and
No!
find yourself alone in another long, narrow passages with high walls.
So if I look up, what can I see? Like up? there
If you
just-
look up, you just see a void space, like it's just black, endless black.
Even with dark vision.
Even with dark vision, and the walls just seem to climb to impossible heights before just disappearing into that void space above you.
This is some magical fuckery, I say. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna... So, okay, so did I appear like in the middle of a corridor? So can I go either left or
Yes,
right?
you can go either left or right.
Okay. I go left,
Okay.
and then Cray Cray.
So So Cray, you disappear as well. Have you? Yeah. So you. So everybody except for. Now let's just say Kayla does so too. So everybody except for. Cyber and Grogget have done this. So what are you doing? Matt.
I'm finishing off those bad guys.
Really? Okay. Still going for them then. Okay.
Yeah. Do my moonbeam damage.
Right. So.
Going down.
what-
I have readied it so that I'll move if
Yeah. So what am I rolling to? Is it Dex or Con save? What is it when it hits?
con save.
So that is. And I'm flipping between several pages here. That is for the one in the front, 19. The one in the middle, 18. And the one at the back, that's 16.
So the first two save, so they take half damage, and the one behind takes full damage.
Okay.
33 radiant damage is the max, so 33 and then 17, 16, 17.
33 radiant damage. Is that the maximum damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh god.
Have you got new headphones, Max?
No, I've had these ones a while.
Have you?
Had these ones since Christmas.
Oh, okay. Do they usually glow?
My new dice are very nice.
Oh, you opened it.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Like when I first tried to open it, I was like, oh, it's like a fucking puzzle box, and then I put it down because I had to like deal with life stuff, and then I came back and I just pulled it off, and it was just like, oh, I've done it.
You loosened it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen inside them? We looked inside them in the dice.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll show you. Can't find them.
You've got little cogs inside them.
You can see that. Hang on. Do a torch.
I'm blind. Oh my god.
Jesus.
It's too bright.
You know, I can definitely see them.
Oh yeah,
them
you can see
cogs
them
in
now.
there.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, okay, the cogs. I thought it was the Heinz baked beans one.
No,
If only.
they're blasphemy.
No, excellent. It's very, very chuffed, and the other ones are nice as well.
Okay, so
So
as
it's
that
metal.
moonbeam, as that moonbeam
Cool.
casts over them, it sears and wounds them, but they're still. You can see that the two at the very front, which are the ones that are blocking your sight of any of the others, are still very much alive and healthy enough to pursue you should they choose to. And
Okay, if I see them start moving towards me, I'll go through the portal.
yeah, so they're shaken out of their fight with each other and turn around and they're like, why are we fighting each other? There is the enemy! And they start like scrambling down the passageway again towards you, passing through the moonbeam to chase after you. It's not their go yet, so Ezra, you're in this this nondescript, narrow, tall passageway with a void space occupying the sort of ceiling high above. What are you doing?
So I would like to cast a spell. which I need to roll to do
The weave.
the weave.
Weeb check.
Weeb check.
So dirty 20.
Okay.
Is that enough?
That's enough.
Cool.
Definitely. So
I'm casting the spell Locate Object, and I'm going to name the object Wilson. I can sense the object's direction within 1,000 feet of me, and for the next 10 minutes know where it is within 1,000 feet, or no, its direction within 1,000 feet, and what direction it is travelling in.
Nice.
okay.
So do I detect Wilson yet?
No, you get nothing. You get absolutely no response to that spell.
So I'm gonna sit here and wait to see if it like maybe he's still gonna come through. So I'm just gonna sit here for I don't know 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
For a spell.
So as you sit and wait, you hear a sound of like heavy breathing, like chuffing, like and like a.
Which direction is it coming
It's
from?
coming from your left, and you hear.
Then
This,
I will go in the
you hear
opposite
this-
direction.
you hear this distant sound of like clopping hooves approaching. But there's also
Okay.
like a.
Yeah, I'm gonna move away from any sound like that.
Okay, so you go right then. Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So the fire giants. Is it every time they move through the moonbeam they take damage, Max?
He's muted. You muted Max.
Just when they start their turn.
So it's their turn. So do I have to just do a con save again in order for them to avoid damage, or does it automatically affect them?
I mean, if the last time, just because I moved it over them doesn't mean that they take damage. They would just take it at the start of their turn. So if this is
so
their
we say
first
that
turn,
it's- yeah, okay, so we've already done that then, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay. So they come barreling out of this passageway. Like,
okay, I'm gonna go into the. What, I don't know. Can they reach me? Have they reached me yet?
They can't reach you on this turn, no. So
Okay, I'll wait.
So I mean, it's now back to the top of the round, and it would be Sif's go. No, Bramble's go. So you're in this passageway. What are you doing, Bramble?
Well, first I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation. Let's have a look. Sorry. I'm gonna pull out like a candle or something and cast Prestidigitation to light it. And I guess put my hand to the left wall and just start, I guess, going left. How tall, or like, you know, how high is this?
I mean, you estimate that the walls are about somewhere around 100 feet high, but they could go further. It's just that they just seem to kind of ascend into the nothing above you, like this, just this black void.
Okay.
So that they're effectively endless, from what you can tell in their stature.
Okay. I'm just gonna shout out for. I guess the first person I guess I'll shout out is for Ezra. Because Brumble probably would have assumed Ezra was behind him, and looking behind him, no one was there.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you get no response whatsoever, and your voice doesn't even echo. It just kind of falls flat a short distance from you. Almost like the
Well done,
surface.
Bramble. Look what you got yourself into this time.
Jinky.
My glasses. Okay, I'm just gonna put my hand to the left wall with the candle and just keep on going left until I hear anything, and I'm probably gonna Because I'm guessing this is endlessly high, right?
Yeah.
So Bramble's thinking in his head, shit, I can cast fly regardless. If I hear anything, I'm just gonna be like, zoop up the wall. I'm like, you ain't gonna see me. I'm
Okay.
heading on the ceiling somewhere.
So Sif, it's your go. You're in the same situation as the others. What are you choosing to do?
Right. Okay. So what is Civ going to do about the situation? I think I'm going to continue moving to the left.
Yeah.
And as I do that, I'm going to do a religion check to kind of think in my mind if there's any like in any of my religious education, if I've ever heard of any such plane of existence or any such place that might belong to one of the gods.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's 17.
Okay. No, not that you can recall, but you do know that labyrinths are often, in lore and mythology, often the lair of a minotaur.
Right.
And this appears to be like a labyrinth-like structure from what you can tell, like looking at just a quite epic proportion.
So cogs start going in my bold brain, and I think to myself, where are the statues that we touched? Minotaurs.
Yes, they were.
I sense fuckery afoot.
But how to solve the fuckery?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here. I continue to the left, kind of keeping my ears out for any sounds.
Okay.
But other than that, I just continue moving.
Okay. Cray Cray, what are you doing?
So yeah, I look around. Guys, hello.
No response.
Oh no. I do a sniff check. Sniff check. Is that 15?
Okay. You get a strong, musky, meaty smell coming from the
A musky meaty
from
smell.
the right.
That doesn't sound
An
pleasant.
unrecognisable musky meaty smell.
It has a bovine essence to it.
It doesn't have a Misfits essence.
No, it doesn't smell like anybody that you know. And probably nothing like anything you've ever encountered. It just has a scent similarity to bulls and cows and creatures of that ilk.
So I look back and forth again. I guess it's just one long corridor, and I'll use Wilson to cast Detect Evil.
Okay.
So, bomb. Oh, would this have to be a weave check?
Is Wilson magic? Is that a magic? Yeah,
he's
you
very
have to
magic.
do. Or yeah, so you do have a spellcasting ability.
It's on the axe, basically. It's part of the axe casts it.
Okay, so does the axe have a spellcasting ability modifier? Because otherwise you'll have to use your
check.
Arcana
Let me check.
to add to it,
Which is
virtually
Yep.
non-existent. I would
Which
imagine.
is 0. So it's a 10.
Oh dear.
Spell fails.
Wilson is almost magically inert.
So I'm just shaking him like,
Yeah.
come on, stop it, come on, what are you doing?
are the batteries out?
Well, basically, I'll. So, is there a corner? Like,
You don't know yet. You've not explored far enough to find one.
I'm gonna creep towards the smell.
You're going towards the smell.
Yeah, I want to see what it is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna creep.
Okay.
21.
21. Yeah, you successfully skulk closer, and the smell obviously intensifies the nearer you get further down the right-hand side.
There's no
passageway.
like.
At the minute, you can't see any.
Okay.
That's the thing about the way that this place is lit. It's bright white, with no discernible features. Every surface is completely flat, smooth, and white, and it's almost like there's no shadows, and it has given you something similar to snow blindness. You know, when you just see a white landscape, and it's quite hard to discern any planes because of everything is just white, and there's no shadows or undulations to create differences in the topography. So it's difficult to see any real detail in this environment for all of you. So I should have described that, but I forgot.
That's right.
That's cool.
Is that it for you, Cray Cray?
Yeah, I mean, I just came as far as I can without.
Okay. Yeah. Robbog, have you gone as one, or are you in two separate places?
Grog can go through.
Okay, but not.
But yeah, Cyber's gonna wait until like literally until he can damage them, and then he's just gonna pull back and touch the thing.
Okay, so Grog goes through, finds himself in exact the same conditions as the other Misfits. This smooth, white, impossibly tall, impossibly long passage with a void space above in the ceiling, really high up. No discernible features.
He's just gonna wander. I'll roll a d20. Anything above a 10, he'll go left.
Okay. Pardon me in case anybody heard that.
He goes left.
He goes left. Okay. So he just goes trudging left down the passageway, and it's just seemingly endless.
Like, hello? Anyone there?
No response.
Is anyone there? There.
Not even an echo. He's doing that himself.
No, he's just doing it himself.
Yeah. So, Cyber, you're still facing off against these flame-headed giants. Then, so what are you going to do? They're like within 20 feet of you now, like bearing down upon you.
Yeah, I move the beam like back towards me. I moved it into where I want it.
Okay, so should we just do the damage to them now? So.
Yeah, and then I'll slink back and kind of like just like flip them off as I'm going through the.
They all fail. So
alright, cool.
Max damage.
Ooh, do max damage.
Max headroom damage.
Oof.
Uh, 26 radiant damage each.
26 radiant damage each. Okay. So the one at the very front is just turned into ash by the moonbeam. So this guy just disintegrates, screaming in anguish and frustration.
Yeah.
There's the other two. Did you say 26? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but the other two is still very much alive, though the one at the front is very badly damaged. He's blistered and burned, and his limbs are starting to shrivel under the intensity of the moonbeam. But he's still coming forwards towards you. But he's barely keeping himself together.
Okay, I've got a bonus attack.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast a cantrip.
Okay.
Because you can cast a cantrip as a bonus action. Or only if it is a bonus action. No, never mind. Well, it's not a bonus action, it's another attack. Hang on, let me just figure out what it actually is.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
I like cows. I like that
For
meat.
fucking...
Did you feel different when you stepped into the portal? Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, no, it's one bonus attack when using it, so it's not a bonus.
So you can do it. So go for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Acid Splash. So I just like kind of move my arms back and like acid spews out of my metal forearms. I fucking have no idea how the spell works.
Battery acid.
Hey.
Nice one.
Battery acid.
Are the creatures within 5 feet of each other?
They are within 10 feet of each other. I guess.
Alright.
I'll allow it for the sake of like convenience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do a dexterity saving throw, please? On
Okay,
both.
right. Dex save coming up. That is a. Oh dear. I believe that might be bad. That's a 12, so that's gonna fail.
Yep, that fails, yeah. So they take 5, 8, 9, 10, 6 damage.
6.
16.
16. Oh yeah, that ends him. So combined with the moonbeam searing him gradually away, the acid splashes over his torso and it just dissolves, like crumbling and disintegrating into sludgy particles that drop to the floor in dollops, and his face as he's melting, he's just like and just extinguishes and turns to gloop.
Like a hot ice cream.
Yeah.
Or what does the other guy look like? The last one.
He still looks fairly hale and furious.
Who melted his brother?
I as I'm slinking back into the portal, I just go do not follow us, just ominously, and then like back into the portal.
He says, I will burn you with my beard before biting off your heads. You hear as you disappear into
All I hear is blah 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 blah.
So yeah,
I think he got the message.
So you you vanished and you materialize in that same environment as the others, and that's your go. So it's back to Ezra. So Ezra, what are we doing?
So can I still? Okay, 2 questions. Can I still hear this sort of
The approach of this
breath? Yeah, and
yes,
the hooves.
yes, you can. And these
And second question: do I have any detection of Wilson?
Nope, nothing.
All right. Is the sound getting louder? Am I getting further away from it, or is it getting closer towards me?
It's getting closer towards you. Yes.
Well, shit. Okay, I will start running. I don't know that Wilson won't turn up soon, so I don't want to break concentration. So I'm just gonna use my action to dash, and I'll just move quickly.
Okay.
But I'll keep checking over my shoulder. So as soon as I see something, how dark is it?
It's really bright. The whole place is very brightly lit, but it's
Okay, so
it's like an
if
even light.
something were visible, I would see it from a good distance.
Yes, you would.
But I can only hear it. Does it sound like it's closer than where I can see, if that makes sense?
No, it sounds slightly further away than.
Okay, so it may just rock into eye shot. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just keep running then. Keep on running.
Okay. So as you run, you catch the sound of something go, and then Something's obviously.
Oh
pursuing you.
God.
So it's coming after me. But I can tell it's like
Yeah, you can tell that something has been
shit.
provoked and is now pursuing.
Okay, this is fine.
Room's on fire.
Oh god.
It's now Bramble's turn.
I guess I'm gonna keep on. I'm not hearing anything from where I am, right?
No, at the minute you are not.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on heading in the direction. I'm putting my hand against that one wall, and I'm gonna keep on going with that one wall.
Okay. And are you doing anything within this?
I don't think I can do anything really. Like Bramble only has like basic. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do here. Like, I don't think I can do anything. I'm just gonna keep on. I'm gonna go wherever the maze takes me.
Okay. Right. So, just moving, using your full range of movement, basically, and not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my full range of movement until I bump into anyone or anything. Or until I can hear anything, smell anything, you know, like.
Well, if you want to make some checks, you can. If you want to.
I don't know what checks to really. I guess he's just gonna.
Use your adult detective skills.
I'm using my adult detective skills by putting my
cheating in
hand.
here.
This is explicit.
Exactly. Someone shooting him. What's going on? No.
This is R-rated.
This is R-rated. I'm gonna. What's the floor like? What?
Smooth white, feels like some kind of stone, to the best of your ability to recognize.
Okay, as I walk, I'm gonna put my hand to the floor and I'm gonna try to feel for any vibrations or movement or anything in like forward or behind me.
Okay, do a perception check then. Yeah.
Cool. Where is it? Perception. 19.
19. So yes, you feel the vaguest tremor reverberating through the surface into your palm of your hand, and you don't know where it's coming from, but it's quite rhythmic, like as if something is like. You know, it's got that kind of pulse to it.
Okay. So, obviously I'm thinking footsteps is what Bramble was looking for. He's like, okay, look, I'm going to put my hand, see if I can feel footsteps. Is it footsteps of, I don't know, Cray Cray? Is it that same kind of, like, length between the steps? Or is it Ezra or Caleb? Do I recognize, you know, like, oh, I'm like, oh, that's Cray Cray stomping there.
You
or is
estimate for something to make a vibration that could be felt through the floor without being in visible distance must be a fairly large creature, you think. So it could be Grogger, it could be Cray Cray.
It's not us.
I know, but I wouldn't know.
Your player doesn't know.
I found my friends.
Yeah, I know. Bramble was just gonna.
Grog, it's you.
Bramble's gonna do that Velma thing where he's on the all fours looking for his glasses, and it's actually the fucking ghost or something, and he's gonna look up, put his glasses on, and just be like, "Oh shit!" But yeah, I'm just gonna like. I guess I'm gonna move towards it.
Okay.
Hesitantly. Is it still dark or is it lit where I am?
It's
or?
brightly lit. This whole environment is.
Okay, cool.
So
I thought it was
but
dark.
it's an even ambient lighting. There's no areas of shadow. It's just, and as I say, it's almost giving you snow blindness because of how bright the walls
Magically
and
lit.
floor are.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going and just look for shadow. Am I casting a shadow?
No.
Oh, okay. Fuck that. You know,
Shit is weird.
that shit is weird. Yeah, Bramble doesn't like bright things. He's like, oh, it's too clean. I don't like it. It's too bright.
This offends my inner guff.
I know it does.
Okay, so.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna slowly creep towards it.
Just do a stealth check for me as well. If you are attempting to sort of skulk along, if you are.
Okay. Just straight 19. That is then.
19. Okay. So, Sif, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, as I move to the left continuously, I would like to do a wisdom perception check to, you know, see if I can hear anything or
Okay, go for
or see any signs of like habitation of those tunnels, anything like that. Just anything out of ordinary from just dull silence and snow blindness. And that's 15.
15. Okay. You catch the faintest sound. You say you were feeling the wall, or what were you doing?
I was just kind of walking along the wall,
Okay.
and then but also like trying to hear and see anything out of
You
ordinary.
get the faintest sound of what seems to be like footsteps, but it also sounds like heels, like a clacking, like boot heel on a hard surface, kind of like. But it's,
Okay.
and like a weighty sort of step sound happening in the same instant as those, but it sounds fairly far away.
Okay.
Or it
How?
appears to.
Okay. How wide are those walls?
I'd say these passages are probably about 10 feet wide.
10 feet. Okay.
But it's a fairly large channel, but it's no discernible features.
Okay. How far into the distance can I see?
Well, I mean, because it's very brightly lit, it just seems to go on endlessly.
Right. But I can't see anything out of ordinary ahead of me. So can I see any breaks, like any like intersections, anything like that?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 50 feet up the wall. And as I do that, as I reach the top, I'm going to do another perception check
Okay.
to see if I can see anything, like from up there, if I can see anything out of ordinary in the distance.
Okay.
And yeah, that's 10. So
yeah, I mean, you're just higher up and just seeing exactly the same thing, but just on a higher vantage.
okay, so I fall back down, but thanks to having slow fall, I don't take any damage from that, and I continue forward.
Okay.
To the left.
So that action of you run at the wall, and then as you drop down, you hear the sound of something. Those weird footsteps. They start to actually get discernibly louder and appear to be approaching. You don't know from where. It's just like that weird combination of a thud with a clop, like a heel, like a boot, like. And it appears to be getting. Something's approaching from somewhere. You don't know where.
That's really good. That sounds really great.
It's like a fucking haunted house.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cray.
I keep going. Yes. Cray.
So, yeah. I guess I'm in a similar situation. Like this thing's not coming in close to me, right? But I can I still hear it?
Yeah.
But I can't see any visible turns and stuff.
Not at the moment.
Okay, I'll go 20 feet further ahead. Still no sign of anything.
Nope. You doing any checks of any kind or anything?
I'll do a check. Yes. What is it? Perception investigation is
Wisdom perception.
17.
Yeah, the only thing that you really discern is just that same sound of approaching
Right,
thuds
okay.
and clops.
I take out a piton,
Yeah.
and I take out some string from my adventuring gear pack,
Mhm.
and I tie the string around the piton, and I hammer it into the wall.
Okay.
Does it actually go through the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smash
okay.
it into the wall.
And
And
now
you see
just-
it splinter and crack and the surface is kind of like it's almost like plaster or marble. Like it's hard but it's smooth.
And I'll put the string on one of the spikes on one of my braces,
Mhm.
so it spins, and I'll just keep walking with this string behind me,
Okay.
like leaving a trail.
Okay.
And I'll do like full movement, like
Yeah.
20, 30, and then I'll just dash. So I'll do 60 basically,
Okay. So
as far as I can go.
you hear those
That walk
footsteps
round.
intensify and speed up as if
Behind
something.
me.
Well, you don't know where it's
It's all
coming from.
around, it's echoing.
Yeah, it's like
I get it, yeah. Shit.
But then you also start to hear like accompanying for like something is exerting itself and becoming agitated.
When I get to my full range, I'll just turn around and be like, "Come on then, you fucker!" I've had enough running.
Spicy.
In response to that sound,
Why
you
is
hear
it?
like a bellowing like a
It's a door! It's a door!
It's a fucking. This whole room's a door. We're on the surface of a door, guys.
okay, Grog,
Oh my
Grog
God.
and Cyber, you'll go. What's happening?
And so they're not in the same
No,
space.
not if they went through it at different times. They'll be in separate places, seemingly.
Okay, so we can't see anything other than there's two paths that branch off. One left, one right. Okay, Bog is gonna just arbitrarily pick a direction as well. Or he also goes left, so that's nice and convenient.
Okay.
And seeing that there's no one else, he's just gonna move his sprinting speed as far down the passageway as he can. So he's gonna travel,
And your mega legs.
yeah, 80 feet.
80
feet.
Fucking hell.
Okay. So as you're travelling, you hear a sound of thudding and clipping, clopping footsteps begin to increase in volume and also proximity. What feels like proximity to you, and accompanied by the same sort of like chuffing, heavy breathing and grunting, as if something is speeding to try to catch you. Unseen.
You'll never catch me alive.
Because I'm gonna kill myself right now!
Has he reverted back to his, has he reverted back to his previous personality? He's no longer.
He's trying out some new voice modulations while he's alone.
Okay.
Can you throw your voice to confuse it? I'm over here!
Hello.
I'm over here!
Okay, you do that thing where you go, hey, hello. 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 Hello.
You actually take out your voice modulator, throw it at him.
I just throw it behind me. It's like, yeah, fuck you. No, Grog is also going to start just running along that passage. He can move 100 feet if he's dashing.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. So
So it's the same thing, I imagine.
no, nothing happens for him at the moment. So he's just running like down this passageway.
Hello.
And it's just like endless white walls, endless white floor with a black ceiling, fathoms above.
Hello.
No response.
Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead? No. 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 It's just gone a bit mad.
Ezra, your go.
All right then. I'm gonna give up on the detect. I assume still nothing from Wilson.
Nope.
All right. I think I might give up on that. So I will instead, since I'm a little bit worried this thing might go faster than me, cast. What's it called? Something or other retreat. What's it called?
Expeditious retreat.
Expeditious retreat.
Expeditious retreat. Yeah, that one. Let's see if I can cast that.
So you're doing a weave check first.
Oh, it's not good. I rolled a 2 + 9, so 11.
No, nothing. Just a bare sort of fizzles before the energy is just retracted.
Little toot.
I do a spell fart.
Spending my spell spark.
In that case, I will. As I'm running, like, am I near? I know it's hard to see, but does it feel like I'm getting closer towards something, or is it just too bright?
You're definitely
You're deaf.
moving, but
Yeah.
you don't appear to be approaching any end. Like it just seems like this endless, passageway at the moment.
That never turns.
Okay.
Not as far as you can see at the minute.
And okay, I'm just gonna keep on running, for one more turn before I maybe turn around and face the music.
Okay, yeah, and you obviously can hear this unseen.
And it's getting
pursuer
closer still.
Getting closer and closer towards you. And then, is that it for your turn, Ezra?
Yeah, I've cast my spell. I've done my move.
So then, ahead of
That's
you,
all I got.
this huge, muscular beast man emerges from the side, like a short distance ahead
of me.
Yeah, and turns.
Despite the sound coming from behind me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
You couldn't quite pinpoint exactly where it's from, but you assumed it was from behind you. And this beast man turns and blocks your exit, and you can see it is like very much the epitome of a minotaur, standing there like, aggravated, furious looking, drool dribbling from its big teeth that it's got bared, and its eyes are like a blazing red, that are boring into you, and then he just like charges at you with its axe raised above its head, like, and that's it for this
Okay.
turn. Like,
Is it within ring? Like, how far is it from me now?
He's probably about maybe like 90 feet away from you, further down
Okay.
the passageway.
So I've still got another turn before we
so
come
he's
into
charging
contact.
up towards you. And
All right.
Cast banana peel.
sorry, I'm just going to make things simpler for myself by removing people that aren't currently playing this.
So when he appeared, did he come around a corner? Or did he just appear in front of Ezra? Sorry, I faced that for a second.
He stepped out from like a side passage.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This maze might be
Crazy.
magical.
Crazy magic.
Bramble, it's your go.
Okay, I'm gonna
Super quick.
head towards, I guess, towards that sound as quiet as possible. See what it is.
Okay. You're actually like trying to pinpoint the direction and go towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I guess I don't know any better, right?
Yeah. Do a perception.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Or intelligence investigation, whichever you prefer.
25. No, 24. Sorry, my bad.
Was that perception or?
Investigation. Both are the same for me. 5.
Okay.
It's plus 5.
Okay, so as you get closer and trying to approach that that sound, the passageway suddenly turns, and at the end you can see like maybe like 100 feet or so, maybe less. It's hard to tell. There's a glowing portal, like a doorway, at the end of it.
Nice.
And that sound is closer, and it appears to be getting ever closer towards you as you're standing there witnessing this development.
I guess I'm gonna run to that portal, see what happens.
Okay, so you're using.
I'm just gonna be ready
Yeah.
and just to see if anything jumps out. I'm just gonna run. And...
Okay, so it's going to take you a while to get down there because you've already moved a distance.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Did anything happen to me? Do I see anything?
Oh god. So as you're running,
Oh no.
from behind
Oh, no.
you, actually no, it would be from you because of this roll. A minotaur like steps out from a side passageway down this corridor and blocks your exit like a short distance away from the glowing portal and bellows like, "Roar!" And that was the weakest minotaur bellow of all.
It sounded really sad.
Like that, and,
Cool.
And
Alright, cool. Son of a bitch.
Chewbacca's on it.
and starts rushing towards you to meet you as you're making your way down. So
Alright, cool.
Sith, it's your go.
I move forward.
Okay, what are you doing? Anything other than moving forwards?
As I do that, I'm gonna do another perception check to figure out how far away those steps are from me.
Yeah. Okay.
19.
19. They literally sound like they're like right beside you, like this. It's like something is imminent, like just.
Okay.
It's almost as if something is running parallel to you on the other side of this wall. That's how it feels.
So you said those walls are quite soft.
They're not soft. They are hard, but they're like a smooth, matte surface.
Okay. I run up the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then as I reach to about 30 feet, with all of my might, I smash my spear into the wall and hang from it.
Okay. So do a strength. I guess attack the wall. Attack the wall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With your spear. Just roll an attack.
14 to hit.
14. Unfortunately, it doesn't penetrate. It just scrapes down the surface.
I try that again.
Okay, go for
Is that the same roll?
Yeah.
it. Again, no. It's very resistant to being cut or penetrated by the spear tip.
Fucking hell.
But it barely even leaves a scratch.
Huh.
You need a pit on, mate.
I should have
Don't
made
take
you
piss
do
on
it.
me.
Made me do
I forgot.
Yeah.
But then Cray Cray is incredibly strong, so I just assumed he'd succeed.
He's quite strong.
How strong is Sith?
It's the
stronger
same
than
as
Craig.
me.
I'm exactly the same.
Well,
strength.
do a retroactive
Bitch.
strength check. That's my mistake.
I rolled a natural 20.
Fuck
Okay,
you!
yeah, so
Fucker!
you did that, no problem. In the past, Cray Cray just drives a pit on through as if it's like a knife.
I think
from
back
a
to it. Oh, wait, did I drive it? Yeah, I fucking did. But
Do another one
it,
just for good
So
measure.
you're just like, you haven't got spider climb. Have you got spider climb?
No.
So you're gonna have to come down.
Yeah,
once
I'm
you've
essentially
ran
just kind of like, I'm just kind of sliding down with my speed.
up. Okay.
You got further forward, anyway.
Is that it for your go?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, so as you're sliding down this thing, very, like trying to arrest your descent, a minotaur steps out into the corridor from somewhere as those footsteps intensify, and bellowing, it skids into the corridor, and from your vantage, it's like suddenly, like a passageway just opens up in the side of like of the wall, like a distance away from you.
Does it close straight away, or does it remain
no,
open?
it stays open, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
And the Minotaur's like looking around, like chuffing and like in frustration, and then it turns its head up and sees you, and it's like, and it starts rushing towards you with its axe held high in an effort to meet you.
How far away? How far up is it?
How far?
How far away? No, how far away is it
It's
from
probably about 90 feet away from you, something like that.
Okay. How
Fair
tall?
distance.
How tall is it?
This creature is probably about maybe somewhere between 12 and 15 feet high. It's a big boy.
That's big.
That's
Yeah.
bigger than you.
That's way bigger than me.
Yeah.
Bigger than Grog.
Okay.
Fuck.
Good. This is fine.
Oh shit.
As someone I knew once said.
Famous last words.
So, Cray, remind me what happened on your last
I just
turn?
told it to come and fucking get me.
Yeah, so this beast is just running towards you.
Oh, it's come out, is it?
Well, oh no, it hadn't emerged
Hadn't
yet.
emerged yet, yeah.
So as with Sif, this thing just steps into the passageway a distance ahead of you, sees you, roars, charges towards you, and it's basically just spending its action just covering the distance between you and from where it emerged. So it's like,
Okay.
and now it's your go.
Okay. How far away is it?
It's probably about 10 feet away from you now.
Oh, it's only 10 feet. I was going to
Yeah.
say I was going to use something, but it takes a minute, so you
It's
do
not
anything.
covered the distance completely. So,
Okay, I'll run at it.
Yeah. To attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to try and hit it. I mean, it's holding a two-handed fucking weapon, I see.
Yes.
I'm going to try and hit it in one of its
It's
arms.
like a massive great axe.
Isn't it quite far away from us though?
Oh, it's an 18. 28 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
Which dice shall I use? This one. Could I can re-roll them. Oof. That's better. So yeah, let's give you some of this. So can you do a? What is it? Where is it? Can you do a strength save, Aaron?
Okay, that is a piddling 7.
Yeah, you fail.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's not massive. Then I get this too. Righty ho. So 13 slashing, and because this is my disarming attack.
Yeah.
Because you failed my thing, it basically will make you drop your weapon.
Okay.
If it can do that.
I think it can.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I
Strike
basically
its-
like hit it on its hand or something.
Yeah, so it's like,
"Oh!"
and the axe goes spinning, smashes into one of the walls, scoring it, and then clatters up to the floor, and the beast is just like, oh!
And while it's doing that, I go to hit him again whilst he's disarmed. 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Come on, how many times can I re-roll where's the feet? Sorry, just let me check something. Oh, any time. Fucking brilliant. Nice. Nice, that's way better. And you get some of this. So you get, actually I think I just, can you add an extra 5 on the last attack?
Yeah.
Aaron? Sorry.
Alright.
So that's 15. You get 16 slashing.
Another 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I hit him again.
Okay. So yeah, you're just raking your weapon across its torso, it's rending the flesh
It is
and
a dirty
dealing
20.
particularly grievous wounds.
Dirty 20.
Is it ones and twos or just
Dirty
ones?
20 is a hit. Yeah.
I love how I can re-roll these ones and twos. It's great. Oh, I thought it was the same again. 18 slashing.
18. Okay. So with each blow, you
pretty
deal
good.
deeper and
It's pretty good.
more serious wounds to the beast. staggered back by each attack. It's like and it's bleeding profusely, and it's now hunched and like.
I'll scream in his face.
It looks. It doesn't look good. Like the creature looks like pretty haggard.
Oh, okay. That's
Diminished
encouraging.
it. And now it's my turn. So the beast like staggers back and then
Be gentle.
it moves back a few steps. So you get an attack opportunity. If
Okay.
you want,
Yeah.
if you can. So try it.
28 to hit.
Shit, yeah, that's a hit. So because it attempted to sort of like take some steps back, and you've got the feeling that it was going to attempt to try and like gore you with its horns.
8 slashing.
8 slashing. So even though you like hit it as it's moving back, it doesn't stop its momentum, and it's like and it charges into you. So I need to make an attack. And oh, that is great. That is 25 to hit.
You sure do.
Sorry, I'm having trouble picking up dice today. So that is. You take 16 points of piercing damage as it gores you with its horns. So like you're impaled on like in the abdomen, the cord with one by them.
Nasty. And it was going too well.
Had to happen.
Yeah, so that's its go over with. Grogbog, what's happening?
Again, I will just use my full movement to kind of get to wherever the end of this, assuming that I think that people would just be like ahead of me because I spent a bit more time behind. So I'm just like running to catch up.
Is this cyber?
So yeah, both of them.
Okay.
Well, Grog's just running because he's gone a bit loopy because
Okay,
of
so
the
is
white
Grog-
point.
Is
Like a
Grog
random
doing
maze.
any kind of checks or anything like that, or is he just running?
No.
Okay.
It's like.
And what about cyber?
I mean, he'll do his full range of movement. This like his dash action, and then kind of wonder why he's not come across anyone else.
Is your perception high as a robot man? You must have like senses.
It's the one thing I haven't filled out on my sheet. I don't know what. I can't remember what the rules are for passive perception. I can figure out.
So we'll deal with Grog first. So as
wisdom.
Grog's just like running like down the passageway trying to find some way out, ahead of him a Minotaur steps out from a side entrance in the wall and blocks his way, sees him, bellows, charges towards him, and it's trying to cover the distance between him and it, but it's going to be a turn until you can at least meet each other halfway.
Is that for Grog? Did you
That's
say?
for Grog, but also cyber, unless you're doing something that you want me to deal with first, like perception-wise or whatever.
No.
No? So again, that happens to him too, where he suddenly hears these approaching, clopping, thudding footsteps, some snorting and growling, and then the Minotaur steps into his passageway ahead of him, blocking any further progress, bellows in rage, and just comes charging down the corridor towards him. Horns first.
They would both meet head on.
Yeah.
One because Cybert's literally made of metal, that he's gonna be too fussed, and Grog's just kind of like always up for a charging head first into any situation.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll an attack then. If they're not gonna stop, then I'm gonna.
Steamroller.
So I get advantage on this as well. So that's a 21 to hit Grog.
Yep.
So he's gored by the horns as it smashes into him and gores him in the abdomen with its horns and deals
2 damage.
23 points of piercing damage. Shit. Cyber as the raging Minotaur collides with him, horns first, and I think this might miss. That is a 13.
Yeah, that misses.
So you definitely sort of move aside like a bullfighter, and he charges past you and stops to try and gore you and just gets empty air in the space where you previously occupied.
With his miss, can I just kind of sidestep him and continue past him?
You can on your turn, yeah. Like you can just attempt to disengage. Otherwise,
Sure.
you will get an attack opportunity. Ezra, it's your go.
So I would have stopped like in my tracks when I saw this Minotaur approaching. Does it look like it's about to charge at me? It's 90. What did you say? 90 feet or 60 feet?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to do that on its turn. Well, it
Okay.
looks agitated and.
So
aggressive.
I'm going to sort of, from a previously standing position, I'm going to actually start walking towards it and start building up a bit of speed. But as I do, I'm going to cast a spell and really hope that it works.
Okay. Come on,
This is
roll a
gonna
1 so I can do some wild magic.
18.
That's not good enough, unfortunately. So
No.
It fizzles out.
Okay, I'm fucked.
But you're still running. Still heading.
Okay, I'll slow down again.
So first it's like fully confident, like. And then.
Yeah, and then moment, this
And then
this
start
kind of thing
jogging
sometimes
backwards.
happens. Just bear with me a moment.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, the Minotaur kind of snorts in a derisive, like, and then it's like, just starts stomping towards you, horns down, and it's going to attempt to gore you.
Does it cover the full distance?
Yeah, it's because you've already started
shit.
moving towards it. So
Oh shit! This was a mistake.
that is a 23 to hit.
Certainly a hit.
And you take God, my brain has just stopped working.
I didn't mess with the bull though. Why do I get the horn?
You take 27 points of piercing damage as you're gored in the abdomen by its horns as it collides with you. But that's its turn. Bramble, it's your go.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Glowing door ahead of you, but the Minotaur is blocking your.
How many feet is what's the distance between myself, the Minotaur, and the
It's
door?
probably about 10 feet away from you at the moment.
The Minotaur is 10 feet away from me, and how
Yeah.
far is the door from the
Charging
Minotaur?
towards you. The door's probably somewhere between 90 and 100 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
A couple of turns
Thinking
of
of do-
full, dash movement to get there.
Yeah, but it's probably got a longer dash than me. Okay, I was thinking of doing something similar actually. So I'm gonna run at the Minotaur as well, and hopefully.
Bad idea.
as well.
Don't do it.
Ooh, I got 22 for the spell I want to cast. To do
It's
a
all
reach
right
it.
for some, isn't it?
22 is fine,
bitch.
yeah, you managed to connect to the weave.
So I'm gonna run at it, and as I get close, I want to cast Misty Step.
Oh, okay.
So I can teleport myself 30 feet to an unoccupied space. I'm gonna teleport myself 30 feet behind it
Yeah, you managed
towards
to
the
do that.
door.
So the beast is still running as you manifest behind, like 30 feet behind it, and closer towards the glowing portal ahead of you, and the beast is just like, and it appears completely confused by your sudden disappearance, but it's still obviously charging.
Oh, that's a bonus action, by the way. So
Yeah.
the rest of my I can attack, but fuck it, I'm just gonna run and be like, nope.
Okay. So you're just gonna complete your.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm out.
So you're probably about
You missed me, bitch.
50 to 60 feet away from the door at the minute then.
Cool.
Hey, get away.
And the
I'm not looking
Minotaur.
through your shit.
Let's just see if we can.
Oh, what am I thinking?
skids to a halt in its tracks, like turns around, sees you, and it's like and starts charging after you. So unfortunately, you're probably still within its.
I'm probably just in range, right?
Yeah.
But I'm on the other side of the door as well. Oh, I'm on the other side of the Minotaur.
So I'm going to attempt to gore you again in the back this time, though. Oh god, it's not good for you, Hans.
No. Hey, what I'm thinking is it's gonna push me into the direction of the door.
It's 20.
Either way, either way, I'm going in that direction.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just like. All right, this is gonna hurt.
That's 22 points of piercing damage. As you're,
Can I?
Gored in the back by one of its horns.
Okay, cool. I should be able to do something here. Hold on, 2 secs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Acrobat for me was fucking up. That's why like my whole stuff went black. But deleting Acrobat meant I got rid of all of my character sheets, so I had to quickly make one again.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, but I've got like the basic stuff written down somewhere, so I looked out there. So I should have a spell, like a riposte, which is called. I have Vengeance, which is pretty much the same as riposte. Take damage from attack and may use your reaction to add advantage to your next attack made on that creature until the end of the next. Oh, I can do. There's another thing I could do. Wrathful, that was it. Deal 2d6 necrotic damage on a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
And that can be used as a reaction to when you take.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So do I have to roll to hit it, right?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming so. Yeah. If it's an attack.
Yeah.
If it's an attack, yeah.
Alright, cool. That's a dirty 20.
Alright, that hits. Yeah, roll your damage.
Oh, okay, cool. So as I get gored in the back, I hit it. Which that's just as 10 necrotic damage.
10. Okay.
Still pretty good.
Still, yeah, takes the damage. Doesn't like it, but it's still very much in the game. So it's now Sif's turn. What are you doing, Sif? You've dropped to the floor now, I would assume, from
Yes.
being, sliding down the wall on the end of a spear tip.
Yep, that would have happened to me. Okay, how far away from me is the Minotaur? That's been charging at me.
It's probably about 10 feet away.
Okay, how far away from me is the door?
That's probably about 90 feet down the passageway behind the Minotaur. And it's not a door, it's just looks like another corridor.
Okay, so it's about 90 feet from me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to dash towards the Minotaur. As I get close to him,
Yeah.
I start running on the wall.
Yeah.
I run above its head and run all the way to that passage and take it. Because my
Okay.
dash is 110 feet.
Okay, yeah, so...
I should have cast Fly, I knew it.
I'm going to see if it can hit you, because it has, like, ridiculous perception and Minotaur as you pass by it. But, should I roll for no.
What's my... it's in the evaded laser here.
You got Step of the Wind.
Yep.
Step of the Wind.
So it gets a dirty 20 on its perception, so it is going to get an attack of opportunity. So are you going to use something to evade this if it hits?
Well, if I can use a saving throw against it, then I can.
Yeah, that's 12, 13 to hit. That's a
Nope.
miss anyway. So
That's a miss.
it sees you, takes a swipe with the axe, but it's miles away, and you make it past it, run behind it, and take that turn.
Yeah.
And as you skid around that corner and enter it, you see it's just another long, white, endless passage.
Fuck! But I keep running because it's
You keep
better
running.
than
Okay.
it's better than what's behind
So
me.
the beast turns, roars with frustration at you having evaded, and then just starts pursuing you down the passageway. So it's probably about 30-40 feet behind you in hot pursuit.
What's its speed?
You don't know.
Okay. Thanks.
You don't, that's metagaming. You don't know that kind of information.
Well, that's probably true.
Tell me at the stat block.
Yeah, how many hit points does it have? Cray, it's your
Can
turn.
I reload my game?
The guy's he's impaled me with his horns, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's just like
Stabbed
and then
him.
done.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
so
You're not restrained
okay,
or
right,
grappled.
okay. I'll have another crack at him.
Oh, you are. You do get. Sorry, you need to do a strength saving throw. Sorry, I forgot to do that with the charge. All of you should have
massive.
done that. They got hit.
Oh my god, it's
Oh.
so big.
What did you get?
20,
That's what she said.
20,
Yeah, you passed.
29, I think.
So you don't get pushed. Anybody that. What did you get, Bramble, for your strength saving throw? Because this could work to your advantage, actually.
Actually, it's 30. It's 30.
Wow. Okay. Big numbers.
That was a big fucking woo.
Okay, that'd be, I think, about 16?
That's good. Yeah. So unfortunately, you know, it's like in and out. You don't get pushed, which could have worked to your advantage if you'd failed it.
Yeah.
And who else got hit?
Damn it for high rolls.
Grog got hit.
What did he get for his strength saving throw?
If I can find his character sheet. Oh, +9.
True.
A billion. 20.
Yeah, you're
two.
not pushed back, so that's fine. Yeah, Cray.
Okay, so yeah. And he's looking a bit like, "Ugh," anyway. So
Yeah,
I'll
the one in front of you is grievously wounded.
I'll
from
wail
multiple
on him
open
again.
wounds you've delivered upon him.
28, 18 plus
That's
10.
a hit.
Yeah. Ooh. 15. 22 slashing.
22 slashing. That ends this thing's life. How do you finish it? What's your finishing move?
I take his head off
Yeah.
and swing it up like this, so it like and just rolls.
Yeah.
And then I use my other 2 attacks to chop his horns off and pocket them.
Okay. You've got 2
No.
Minotaur horns.
I put them on my ears,
Nice.
Okay.
so I'm a Minotaur now.
Cray's now got Minotaur horns
Moo!
slotted over his ears, so he's got these loosely like wobbling horns on his head.
And I'll pick his weapon up and put it in the bag of holding
Okay,
as
you
well.
now have a great axe.
Another great
A
axe.
+2 great axe.
You just
Oh wait, no,
smash
it's just a
it.
great axe. It's not a +2.
It's what is it? Just a normal great axe?
Yeah.
Okay. Still, we can sell that shit to someone.
You
You just fucked up.
And do I see where he? Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
Do I
the
see-
passageway that he entered into this passage that you're in is still open.
I'll
A
go
distance down.
towards it, making sure that my string is still.
Yeah. So you
Survive
do
that.
so. And I'd say you're not going to get there until
Yeah, it's
next
fine.
turn because it's
fine.
like at least 2 movements away. Grog, what's happening?
Yes.
Are you fighting?
So Grog took the horn, so
Mm.
yes, he's gonna fight.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to hit. I'm gonna rage,
Yep.
and then 24 to hit.
That's a hit. Indeedly.
Ooh. And 16 bludgeoning damage.
16. Okay. Yep. Takes the hit. Doesn't like it. Still
Okay.
standing. It's only a minor wound.
Okay. It's gonna do another hit.
Yep.
I get to. Wait, what is it now? Oh, why don't I know how to do this? 17 to hit?
That is a hit.
Oh, okay. Good. Oh, and another 16 of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and add 6 rage damage for those 2 attacks.
6 rage.
Total.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'll do Frenzied Rage. I'm gonna hit it one more time.
Okay,
As
so
a
this
bonus
beast
action.
is like staggered back by just this assault of blows.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
13 bludgeoning, another 3 rage.
Okay, so yeah, with each consecutive blow, the Minotaur is just like and just being like completely bamboozled by just the ferocity of your attacks. It's just like multiple open wounds and contusions are just bleeding, and maybe it's some of its ribs look like they might be like slightly cracked, so it's holding itself like in a it's favouring like one arm. You've dealt some significant damage.
When it gorged me, what damage was it?
Oh,
Probably piercing.
it was piercing damage. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't raging anyway, so
No.
that's fine.
No.
Okay.
So
And-
redoubling after taking those hits, it bellows in fury, and its eyes, its
Yeah, you can
blazing red eyes, brighting in intensity, and then its mouth begins to froth. It's like, and it goes into some sort of berserker rage and attacks you with its great axe. You will now get advantage when you attack it next time because it's got on reckless. So
Sure.
oh god, that is terrible. Even with advantage, that's terrible. That's 14 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Great.
No, it misses.
Shite. That's
Hang on,
awful.
I get retaliation, I think.
Oh, this guy might die.
Good puppy. Who's a good guy?
Okay.
Yeah, I get a retaliation.
Oh, it's Minotaur.
29 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah. What would you do if I just suddenly said no? It's not a hit.
I'll probably cry.
It's got
I would cry anyway.
it's got escalating AC. Every time you hit it, it goes up.
Oh my god.
Well-
no, it doesn't.
Well,
Imagine
well,
though.
well,
Imagine.
actually,
That'd be horrible.
So I should have retaliated when it actually gored me the first time, like
too
because
late.
it hasn't damaged me. I can't actually retaliate.
Oh no. Oh well.
It's fine.
So Boggart, it's your go. Cybog, Cybert.
I want to disengage and run.
Okay, you can do that. So you somehow move around or underneath its legs and just trying to escape.
You are inhibiting my primary construct.
And the beast is like it confused and it turns around to try and pursue you. So what is your? Because to disengage is an action, so you're not going to be able to dash. So how far away would you get at your normal speed? Is it 30?
40.
40, that's pretty good. So this beast
got
can
my
catch up
robot
to you
legs.
though, because it's also equal to that speed. So it's going to make a
It
charge
can't.
attack
It
against
can't catch up with me if I'm already running at its speed. That's
yeah,
against the rules of
it's behind
physics.
you, but the thing is, I get additional beast boost to my speed. if
He
I'm
farts,
charging.
just,
Add it.
you know, he did a little fart
Add
and
like
that's it.
extra
He has a little
feet in
boost.
there.
Look, if a charging creature gets 10 feet in my game to its
my game,
Gonna
my
try and-
rules.
and try and get you. It
Whatever.
might miss. It might miss. And
It probably will, to be fair.
that is a 16 to hit.
It does not hit me.
Okay, there you go. So it tries to
big
like,
bug.
swipe at you with its horns, and
His
you're like,
boots.
whoop!
Big bar.
Just like maybe
Shit boots.
tickles your metallic posterior
Ooh.
with one tip of its horn. It's very
Let go of
erotic.
my Mechanus.
Get your horny face out of my face.
Ezra, it's your go.
Right, I'm going to try one more time to cast the spell. So just having been grievously gored, let's see if this has any better luck. That's a roll of 18, so 27 on the weave.
That's great. Yeah.
All right, so
Yes, finally
having
you
just
can
been,
draw that magic from
You're the biggest
the
weeb
source
ever.
of all power.
I am going to disappear from its sight with a greater invisibility spell. And I shall use this moment to recompose myself and look for an opening in its confusion.
Okay, so
next turn I'll attack.
You
'cause
disappear.
that's my action.
You're currently engaged in combat, so it would have been within 5 feet of you anyway. So you disappear.
Yep.
Are you moving?
Yeah, so
moving
I will
around in
probably duck to one side, like into maybe against the wall.
Okay. Do a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Does it rely on its sight?
It does.
Do I automatically pass that then?
Okay. So
I don't know. Hang on. I'm possibly not. Possibly not.
I was gonna say this thing's very perceptive, so it would be hard to
Where's
pull it in any normal circumstance.
creature's location? Oh, hang on. It's impossible to see without the aid of magic or a special sense. But anyway, I will just roll stealth advantage. That was a roll of 17 on my first roll. It's going to be huge.
Okay.
So that's at least 25.
Yeah, yeah. So you just skirt around the beast as it's swinging its head around, trying to pinpoint where you've gone to. It's just, can't see. So yeah, you're free to move around it and try to.
Okay.
escape if you want.
Well, next turn I will do any further follow-ups. So
Okay.
that's that turn.
So it fails its perception to try and locate you. So it's just going to make an attack in a random direction. So I'm going to roll a d8. So I want you to decide. So if you just look at roll 20, let's just do a rudimentary.
P9.
So if I grab you a rudimentary P9.
Great band.
So say this giant's the Minotaur.
Yep.
Can you just move yourself where you will think you would be in the passageway?
Over there.
So it's not actually that big. So if these squares are 10 feet, it probably occupies 1 square. So
Okay.
and you've gone to its left. Okay. To its right.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay,
I mean, it can make attacks against me, I think. It just can't see me.
It doesn't know where you are, so it's just going to pick a random
No,
direction.
that's true.
And I'm going to make an attack with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yep.
It chooses like northeast and swings its axe in that direction and gets nothing but air, and it bellows in frustration. And that's its go over. Bramble, your turn.
I'm guessing I'm still face to face, literally, with this thing after it gored me.
Weren't you asked to
Well,
face?
ass to face, yeah.
Ass to face. Oh yeah, I am ass to face.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna try to turn around or flip over it, so like I'm on its head.
Okay.
Which head?
Have you got good acrobatics?
Not really, but
Okay, we'll make an
I've seen Ezra.
That is already.
Probably seen Ezra. He's like, that's
I
not
would
too hard,
say
right?
This is going to be a disadvantage move.
Oh,
because this is going to be like hard in this situation to avoid being then like speared by this thing as you're leaping back towards it. So go ahead, acrobatics check with disadvantage.
And the first album would be Prostate Yourself.
Well, I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you manage it.
make
Some out of
album
some bizarre miracle,
Yeah.
Bramble, you manage to just
Prostrate
flip yourself back and up or over onto its head. And how are you doing? Is it like you clamping with your thighs, or you're grabbing it with your arms? What's the?
I'm gonna. So Bramble's Bramble's got a spell that he's gonna use called Toxic Tongue. I'm gonna tongue him, and I'm not.
Ask the mouth, baby. Ask the mouth.
Asked him up, baby. No, I'm gonna. So I was gonna cast Toxic Tongue. So I was just gonna grab its head and I'm gonna vomit a poisonous fluid into its face and eyes.
All right.
Vomit spit.
I like this.
Yeah. So let me roll for a weave check first of all. Oh, that's 19 plus. That's 27.
That's
26.
Good. Yeah, that's good. So
Cool,
yeah, you
sweet.
can draw enough power to enable this spell to manifest. Go for it. Do I have
It's
to do
a-
anything?
Well, it's a range because it's basically I can spit it, but I'm literally on top of you, so it's a range spell attack.
With
But since I'm-
disadvantage then.
Oh, okay.
So roll an attack but do it with disadvantage.
That's true. So, 17.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you hit it. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, so you disgorge a stream of
27 points of poison damage.
goop into its face. So 27 points.
Yeah.
Criminy. Okay.
It was the black food drums from the corner. It's just black fucking vomit and spew of poison. Just
So it doesn't blind the thing, but it basically starts searing its pate and some of its forehead and the back of its head. Like the skin is just starting to corrode and slough off the top of its head, and it's like writhing with agony. Can you just do a strength check to see if you can keep hold of its claws and
Jesus.
stay on? It's trying to buck you off.
Nasty.
do I have what do I have for do I have advantage? No, not advantage. Sorry. Do I get an inspiration die for my?
Oh yeah,
Intro.
you have an
What's that?
inspiration dice. It's a D20, so you can roll that as an advantage roll if you wanted to.
Oh, okay, cool. Whew, okay, because my first roll was like 5, but now it's dirty 20.
Dirty
Wow,
20!
Like dirty 20.
Yeah, that's more than enough. So yeah, you cling on and manage to ride the bucking and writhing of it. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah. Can I, if it's bucking and riding, if it's running towards the portal, can I like aim it towards it?
If it was running, you could do that, but it's not.
Oh,
It's,
okay,
it's
cool.
basically just in place now because it was engaged in combat with you. I mean, if you found some way to override its mind and use it as a mount, you might be able to do that if you want, to give you an idea.
This
but,
is my new mount.
meanwhile, this thing is just going to like attempt to just swipe its axe back up at you, and it's
I
gone
didn't know it had an
reckless, it's
axe.
frothing at the mouth, fully enraged. So you will get an advantage on an attack on your next turn against it, Bramble, if you choose to. So remember that.
Alright, cool.
But I get advantage on this attack at the minute. Oh God, these are terrible, terrible rolls.
That's encouraging.
That's a 15. Awful. Does that hit Bramble?
No, 17 for Brumble.
Damn, terrible roll. Okay.
Does it get himself with the axe? Like,
No, if I'd have fumbled, I would have done something like that. Sif, it's your go.
Yo,
So
okay.
you're running, being pursued.
Yes. So as I turn the corner, I look behind me.
Yeah.
And can I already see the Minotaur
Yeah,
behind
it's probably
me?
within sight. Yeah. Keeping pace, but you're ahead of it by quite a good margin.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh bollocks.
And this corridor just looks endless, as far as you can see at the moment.
Oh fuck me. Jesus. Please. God, okay. Fuck, okay. Can I drop bombs faster than you blink?
Dropping bombs faster than you can blink.
Oh man, okay. Shit, fuck, cock, piss. Bollocks. I am literally just hauling ass as quickly as I can, so I do another dash action and I move 110 feet.
Okay.
Whilst I think of any way whatsoever. So can I, I can only do a dash, I can't do another action, right?
You can only do a dash if you've chosen to take that as your action. Unless you have something that lets you do
Don't monks have a second dash?
bonus action.
Double attack, I think. I have improved movements, which is what allows me to run on walls and liquids and shit.
Okay.
But I have 2 attacks, but that's a single action. So
What about your feet? Feats and treats.
I use my feet stuff for running already.
No?
There is not much else that I can think of doing.
Okay, so the beast bellows and roar and rages after you, and it's keeping that pace between that distance between you, but it's not catching up because it can't run as fast as you can. So
in my mind, I have a certain particular wizard with double Z going through it right now. But other than that, I'm just hauling ass. Yes.
okay, and it's hauling its own ass in pursuit.
Oh,
While bellowing.
got a handful of ass.
Cray, it's your go.
Okay. So after I've done looting the Minotaur, and I've got my makeshift Minotaur and horns on my head.
Yeah.
I'll look to its corner it appeared from and carry on. Oh, did I already go down there?
I can't remember.
I think it just the same
I'm honestly
corridor.
losing track of this myself.
I think it was the same corridor.
Whatever. Let's say you did. Yeah. So you've gone down there, and it's just another endless.
Is there like any dirt on the floor or anything?
No, nothing. The place is
Like,
pristine.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so weird. I'll just go left. Well,
left. We're just going to go down.
straight ahead, even. Yeah, straight ahead.
You're not doing any checks of any kind or anything. What are you doing?
19 plus 2, is it? 21. Just
What check is this? What are you doing?
I'll do a sniff.
A sense check.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you get?
Well, it's 19 plus 21.
21. So yeah, you get a whiff of another distinctly bovine odour coming from a head that's distinct from the one that you've just slaughtered. So
Right.
there's potentially another of these creatures somewhere nearby.
Ooh, or there might be a burger joint just ahead of you.
Mm.
Yeah.
It might be a wimpy.
A bison burger.
Worst joke ever. Bison burger. Nice. Aberdeen Angus. I'll just try and stealth ahead as try and see if I can get the drop on it. Probably not.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll a stealth check if you want to do that.
Oh, that's not very good. So 12. Oof.
Well, so you
I think I'm
you
stealthy.
do you think you're stealthy.
Yeah.
As to whether it was successful or not, you don't know. So it's Grog's go now. What's Grog doing?
Battle the century.
Oh, he's gonna finish this Minotaur off.
Alright.
He's gonna hit him again.
So remember, you get advantage on this attack because it's went into a reckless frenzy.
28 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. You've gone very quiet, Max.
Sorry, the mic's probably a bit far off.
What weapon are you using?
Gnarled Great Club.
Nice.
Lasers. Okay, yeah, it's a hit. Roll your damage.
14 bludgeoning and 3 rage.
And how much rage?
3.
3. If that doesn't finish him off, I'll do another attack.
Okay, so the beast is it's brought to its knees from those blows as you pummel its shoulders, and you can hear the bones breaking. It's
He just
it looks up at you with its
goes.
eyes, and it's like as if it's provoking you to finish it.
Wow.
Kill me.
So I go, point to the way out.
And it just
Does it do
continues
anything?
bellowing at you, froth pouring from its lips, bloody froth.
Grog puts his hand into it, into its mouth, and just kind of pulls the top part of his skull off it from the jaw.
Nice.
Okay, well, just do
Short
an
dropping.
unarmed attack just to see if you can actually accomplish this.
25 to
Yeah,
hit.
fuck it, you do it. Like, you just tear the top of its head off from its, and it's still making that noise, but without the cavern of the mouth shaking. It's just going. And the big tongue is flapping about
Does,
over the bottom row of teeth. with blood
how big
spurting
is the
out.
Minotaur head?
pretty big, yeah, massive. Like,
That's right.
All right. I kind of
Put it
wear
in.
the top of its
it
head
would
on
fit
top of my
perfectly
head.
on top of your ogre head. So you've
Yeah,
now got
and then I go.
Minotaur's upper jaw and head mounted on top of your bold head.
Of course. You
And I also pick up his great axe.
All right. Yes, you have a great axe and you have its head.
And then I carry on wandering up the maze, and I go ma 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 ma.
It's gonna be really embarrassing when we meet up because we'll be like, "Oh man, we shop at the same store." Oh, one of us got to go home. and
Everyone
change.
turns up with Minotaur
Minotaur.
skulls.
I know.
Craig, I didn't know you were going to head shops.
It's Cybert's go now. What's he doing?
I thought
He
you didn't
will.
smoke anymore.
What will he do? What will he do?
Ever.
Never.
So is there any like doorways up ahead or anything like that?
Not that you can see. I mean, you can make checks if you want to see if you can discern anything about the environment that might give you a clue.
Yeah, I would like to make a check.
Okay.
Just a perception check.
It's up to you. You can do investigation, do perception, whatever you want.
I'll do an investigation because
Okay.
it's higher. 15.
15. Nothing that you can see is distinguishable from just the plain white surface of these endless walls travelling into the distance. As far as you can see.
How wide is the passage?
10 feet.
And is the Minotaur like scraping up against the walls to get down this space?
No, it's not that big a creature. It's probably only just a little bit bigger than Grog.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire behind me.
Okay.
Let me do a weave check.
Come on, we.
20.
Yeah, that's good.
I
You
might
can
do
cast
1
a spell.
million.
Go ahead.
And I will cast it blocking the route just in front, so he would take the damage.
Okay. So what did you get?
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
It's a 13, which I believe is a failure.
That is a failure. Can you take 5d8 fire damage,
Wow.
please?
Okay. I would love to take 5d8 fire damage. Thank you.
Would you
So
like?
generous.
Just for you.
Yeah, have some
What a
fire.
gift.
Hey, friend. Keep warm.
What an absolute cherishable gift.
I will roll this damage now. 4, 6. It's always good to get a high. 6, 8. $28 fire damage.
28. Impressive.
Nice.
So yeah, the flames engulf the Minotaur in pursuing you and scorch and sear its skin, so it's blackened and blistered and raw in places, but it's just bellowing in fury, now frothing at the mouth, its eyes blazing more intensely as it's pursuing you. It's not halting in its attack or slowing its pace. It's just
Okay, well, I will continue my 40 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And then if it tries to make its way through the fire, it will take damage again. So
Okay. Yeah, so it does do that because it's a raging beast. And what do I have to do to avoid? Is it a dex save again, or is it just take?
yeah,
damage?
dex save again.
This time it rolls a 17.
I believe that's still a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it takes 5d8 again.
Ooh, okay.
Not quite as good. 10. 20 fire damage is done.
Wow, bloody hell. So, but even more of this creature's upper upper layers of skin are just seared almost down to the bone in places, and it's screaming in agony as well as fury, and it just keeps coming on towards you, and puts on another burst of speed to try and cover the distance between you.
But before it does, I'm going to use my second war priest bonus attack. So this is my last one for this rest.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll do another acid splash.
Ooh, okay, and yeah, go for it.
Just a splash. Just a splash. Just chop it up. Tis but a
I
splash.
can't remember what it does. Hang on.
Damage. Just a dab.
It does the damage. Can you make a dex saving throw again?
Can, and it is an 18.
I believe that is my target, so it takes half the damage.
Okay.
Actually no, it doesn't take any damage.
Oh, shit.
You missed.
Well, it comes
Never mind.
stampeding
win them all.
stampeding after you, and attempts to gore you again. And that is a 19 to hit. That's got to be a hit.
That meets my armor class, so yes, it hits.
Ridiculously high armor class.
Would have been higher.
Would have been higher if I'd have allowed the shield to. Okay, so that's 22 points of piercing damage as you're gored by its horns. And that's its turn over. Ezra, your go, sir.
So, having disappeared from its sight, I now see this as a good opportunity to try and hack at its legs with a lightsaber. So, let's give that a go. So it should be with advantage because I am invisible.
Yeah.
And because it's greater invisibility, it does not break that. So 25 to hit.
That is a hit, indeed.
Beautiful.
Nice.
That is 11 plus. So my channel divinity, I'll try and do that. So to connect to the weave. That's a nat 20 on the connecting to weave.
Wow, yeah, that's definitely.
It's a shame that wasn't on the attack because that would have been even better. And I will start using. I'm so low on spell slots. I've had to drop down. This is pitifully a 3rd level bonus.
Yeah. Why?
I've been doing that as well. I've been saving the big ones just in case, but I feel like
I've run out of the big ones. Like
I've run out of
greater
big ones.
invisibility was the last big one I'd got. Anyhow, so where's my divine smite? Where's it gone? 1d8. So that's 4d8. Hang on. So 11 fire damage and 22 radiant damage.
11 fire and 22 radiant. Wow.
Yep, 33 total. And I will follow that up with a second attack. Also with advantage.
Yep, go for it.
24 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
So I can't do that again. So just another 11 fire damage.
Okay.
So I'm
yeah,
just
you-
like hacking away at its legs.
Yeah, you
Doesn't know
deal
where it's
with
coming from.
some significant blows, and it's stumbling and staggering as you're opening up the flesh on the back of its legs.
I'm going to keep kind of circling around it without it knowing where I'm coming from each
The
time.
beast is bellowing in rage and pain, and it's stumbling and staggering on that wounded leg, and but it's still standing despite the injuries, and it just works itself up into a frenzy, starts frothing at the mouth, eyes blazing even more intensely, and tries to guess where you are. I'm assuming an attack ends your invisibility.
Ordinary invisibility,
But not
yes,
with
but greater invisibility, which is way overpowered. Does
No.
not.
I think this is good. Why would it? Why?
In a one-on-one situation, greater invisibility is so good.
Why? Why?
I can't use other concentration spells though,
Why
and if you
call
do
it
actually
greater
hit
if
me,
it's not gonna
it
be
could
great?
break my concentration and lose invisibility. So just don't hit me,
So
please.
it makes an attack in the sort of southeast area of the in front of it. Misses because you're not there, and I'm assuming you're behind it now. Is that right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Where would you have put yourself? You would have been behind it.
Let's have
wouldn't
a look. Let's go over here because I'm trying to like
you? Yeah. So
dodge. I'm gonna go through like diagonals and
yeah.
imagine 6 points of a star, and I'm gonna go to like the opposite one each time.
Yeah. Okay, so it completely misses with that attack. How much longer do you guys want to play for? Have we got any time limits, or are we okay to
Yeah, we'll go to 1:30.
Yep, cool. Alright, so Bramble, it's your go.
Branching out.
So I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast from on top of it. So since I'm literally just gonna put my hands around its like head and just zap at it.
Okay. Now remember, you get advantage on these attacks because it's in a frenzy.
Yeah, cool. So that's 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
There's one thing I like about Eldritch Blast. It's at 11th level. Well, I'm obviously higher than that. It's 3 beams and it's a 1d10. And I'm like, yes, that could be 30 damage.
Gotta get some good rolls for that though.
I know. I'm using it on longer because I don't have enough d10s. I can roll actually. 10. 8. 8 again.
10, 8, and 8. Yeah. Okay. And what type of damage was this? Sorry.
Force damage.
Force. So yeah, these blows strike the creature, and like, you can see the flesh and bone caving where each of them. But the beast is. It's haggard, looks about ready to drop.
Okay,
It's refusing to go down. So if you've got more.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex. Place a curse on the creature.
Okay.
So the spell ends. So it's an extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose an ability. Target has disadvantage on that ability check.
Okay.
So if I do, I guess because it's strong, I'll choose its strength, I guess.
Okay, so it has disadvantage on attacks now, then, yeah?
Yes. And it's poisoned, isn't it? Since I spat poison in its face.
Is it a poison condition or is it just poison attack?
A condition. Poison is a condition.
Well, how much was it? 6? Did you say extra damage?
1d6 necrotic damage, yeah.
So roll that.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to roll that. 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good for drawing from it.
So this thing is like, it's just adding insult to injury. It's breathing heavily, like, but it's still standing somehow, and it's going to attack you. But obviously, it's going to have disadvantage now. So let's see what it gets. And that is an awful miss, so that's useless. Sif, it's now your go.
It is definitely a go. Because I'm just gonna continue running away. Yeah, Sif is literally just going to continue legging it.
Okay.
There is not much else he can do.
You're not making any kind of checks. of any
Nope.
kind.
Just running
Just
away.
egging it. Okay.
Yep.
And the beast just
Hoping that it'll get bored.
pursues you. It's just keeping like that distance between you consistently, and not giving up. It might try and throw its axe at you actually, so it's like, and it flings the axe towards you, which is going to be. I'm going to throw that with disadvantage, I think.
Motherfucker.
It's not a ranged weapon, and that is 14 plus nothing. So. Yeah, that's nothing. It misses. So the axe goes way over your head, but you feel the wind of this thing pinwheeling over you, and then it clatters to the floor some distance ahead of you down the corridor.
Okay, so as I get to it, I pick it up and start legging it with the axe.
Do a
Actually,
sleight of hand check to see if you can pick it up on the fly.
easy.
Monks.
Famous last fucking words. 10.
10. Okay. That is a failure. You don't manage to.
God damn it.
How the fuck do I always roll the lowest possible score? Like, why do I never get double digit with my d20? What the fuck is going on?
Use the other one. That one's tainted.
You're rolling a d10.
God damn it!
This whole time.
Your go.
So I'm creeping. Well, I think I'm creeping up on another one.
Yeah.
You know, I'll keep going until maybe I'll be like, I'll put my hand on one side of the wall and see if I can feel it change.
Okay.
Because I'm going along.
Doing a perception check.
Yeah. Oh, that's rubbish. It's 8.
8. Yeah, you no discernible difference in any other part of the wall than you've noticed before. Do a stealth check then if you're continuing to try and skulk along.
Oh, it's rubbish.
What did you get?
9, 8, 11.
11. So,
11.
yeah, up ahead of you, further down the passageway, another Minotaur steps out from the corridor, from an adjoining passageway, and sees you, and bellows and starts running towards you with his axe raised.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll be like, it's me, your brother.
Can you not see my head?
Don't attack me.
This does not convince it.
How intelligent are Minotaurs? More intelligent than me.
Not that intelligent.
Probably.
To be
What's
honest.
your intelligence?
Oh
my. Yeah,
so
probably.
this creature comes running
Mine's the
towards you.
same.
What are you doing? Are you just... So you're going to meet it halfway? Okay, so you're rushing towards it. It rushes towards you, but you don't get to it on your turn.
So it's going to
And it
attack me
doesn't get to you
first.
on its turn, so it'll be the next.
Oh, okay, next turn, okay.
Grog. What's Grog doing? Just running. He's still running.
Grog's gonna start like looking at the walls and seeing, because he noticed the creature just sort of came out of them, so he's just gonna kind of press up against them and go. The walls are closing. The walls are closing in.
Is he doing an investigation? What is he doing?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's gonna do an investigation.
Roll it.
His -2 to investigation.
Grog is trapped in the maze forever.
4.
Oh my god. He notices nothing, but then he does feel vibrations as something else.
He feels the walls closing in on him. He's like, no.
And he starts to hear those familiar thudding, clip-clopping footsteps. And they're getting nearer.
Nah, no, they're not.
And then ahead of him, like a short distance away, like maybe a relatively short distance, like 90 feet, another Minotaur steps into his lane out of another adjoining passage that's somehow appeared, sees him, bellows, and rages towards him.
Fucking hell, this place is a monster closet.
What does
Can I? Can
What?
I?
What, you mean all of those Minotaurs are actually gay?
Can I throw a javelin at it?
Yeah, you can throw a javelin at it.
What
yeah.
have we done?
Killing minorities.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh, very good.
Okay, so. Oh my god, I do loads of damage on it because I'm a berserker. So. Because luckily, because I got brute, I can re-roll melee attack rolls. So I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 20, which was good. So yeah, so I roll obviously a 6, and then I rolled 2 extra dice. Which are both 2s, rubbish. 10, and then I get to roll 2 extra damage dice on a critical hit as well.
nice.
So I got 10. 17. 21 piercing.
Wow.
And 3 rage.
Okay. So yeah, those the javelin strikes the beast in its upper part of its chest and embeds deeply in it. It's like, oh, it causes it to falter, but it's still stumbling toward, like charging towards you, even though it's got this javelin protruding from
I
it.
will throw another javelin at it, a bit like when Boromir is getting killed by the wave of arrows. I'm gonna bring this thing. Bring him down, Legolas. Another 1,027,000.
27. Yeah.
10 piercing and 3 rage.
So yeah, it hits on the other side, slightly lower down, in it, it's like, "Ah!" but it's still charging towards you, undeterred by this, with these 2 poles sticking out of its body.
I'll wear your head too.
And it just like "Rah!" bellows in response, inarticulately, just rage.
Just tell me how to get out.
And it comes charging
please.
towards you. Doesn't respond to that question. Eyes ablaze, mouth frothing, and attempts to gore you with the spears and its horns, with the javelins.
They're only they're not like double-ended spears. It's only the wooden shaft.
They'll probably break as they hit you. Probably drive some of the spear deep into its body. That's a 13 to hit, so that's no good.
Nope.
It misses. So you like step aside as it tries to gore you, and that's now Ezra's turn.
Well, then I'm just gonna keep on slashing. Right, first attack. Ooh, it's almost a nat 20. 28 to hit.
You get advantage
chewing through
on these rolls.
Yeah, that was with the advantage. Yeah. I'll use a 2nd level slot to channel
Did you do a weave
divinity.
check?
Oh yes, I do need to do that. Yeah.
Weave check.
24, so that one should be right. So that is 3d8. Alright, so that is 18 radiant and... Oh, disappointingly 7 fire
Okay.
on the first attack.
Wow.
Should I do the
That's
second one?
big. So the beast is falters, staggers, seared, and
Alright, as it lowers its head, I'm going to see if I can go for the neck.
all right. And it's like presenting its
My
neck to you.
follow-up attack. So that's 26 to hit.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as much damage though. It's 11 fire damage.
11 fire damage finishes it. What's the
Does it?
killing blow?
Nice.
Oh, well, I went for the neck. I think it's
Yeah.
obvious what happens here.
So you just cut straight through the muscle and bone, lopping it, and it just hits the floor and tumbles a short distance away from you with blood spurting from the stump of both.
Does the blood spurt, or did I
the-
cauterize the wound with my lightsaber
Oh
as I
yeah,
went?
yeah. So it's just seared meat with bits of blood squirting out where it didn't.
Just looks like a steak just on
Yeah.
top of its neck. It's just
Smells
like
delicious.
that cartoon like cut out of like a steak.
Hey man, we've got to eat. You've got the perfect weapon to get some, some grills going.
Get some beef going, yeah.
Yeah, so that obstacle's out of your way now as its big body just slumps to the floor, steaming.
Does
smelling-
Ezra
smelling
also
delicious
put it on his head?
to those of you
No.
that are carnivores, of course.
Of course he doesn't.
This might be a
Who
good place
who
to-
would do that?
So my invisibility is going to wear off after a minute. I don't imagine it'll last me too much longer in this maze, but I will. I'll carry on In fact, I'll investigate the route that it took out. Like it came out of a side passage. Maybe I'll go that way.
Okay, so just do what do you want to do? So what kind of check do you want to do to? Because otherwise, as you turn down there and look, it's just another endless expanse of white wall, white floored corridor. So
Okay, I'm gonna think something must be amok here, so I will. think, although I don't know anything about Arcana, I've got a terrible roll, but I'll think it's some kind of magical illusion or like something there. So I'll see if what limited knowledge I have of magic is anything useful. It was a good roll. 21 on Arcana.
Okay, so yeah, this is obviously some form of magic trap, like some kind of construct. And you're a bard, aren't you? So you're not a wizard. Yeah, you're not going to know.
Correct.
You're not going to know what this is. But it's it has the signature.
Might have heard tales of it. There may have been like stories of.
It has
things
the
that I would never.
signature of a spell, like for definite.
Okay.
You just don't know exactly what. If you were
Were there
a wizard,
any-
I think you'd know what this is, but
Yeah, although I suppose this should have been in a history check, but maybe I can follow up with a history check. Were there any tales of heroes that I would know about as a bard that managed to escape from a labyrinth like this? Do you want to do history on that?
other than like the classic myth of
Yeah.
God, who were the two Greek heroes that faced the Mind Four at different points? I've forgotten their names. My history and mythology. Anyway,
It's not Achilles, is it?
no.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Jason had to fight the Minotaur.
I
who was
played
the first-
Hades recently. There was a character in that. I should know.
Yeah, I really should know my Greek myths because I really like
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
Is it Perseus?
it
Hang
might have
on.
been Perseus.
Theseus.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Anyway, no, you won't really.
Yeah, he had a ship.
You won't really know.
as well.
Hmm.
Kind of.
You know, the stories are often just about somebody doing something
have, like,
clever to find their way out of a mundane maze, not a magical maze.
Mm. Okay.
That's something to reread actually.
You know, this doesn't obey the same kind of
Greek
laws that you would be used to a normal mundane structure, a complex having. So you're stumped at the minute, Ezra. So we'll go back to top of the
Gilgamesh
island.
is-
We'll resume next session, I think, because that's a good place to start.
That works for me. Yeah, sure.
Um,
Thanks.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Yeah, Gilgamesh is Mesopotamian, isn't it?
Mesopotamia.
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 Give me the grapes, you. Give me the.
Yeah.
They all stole from each other. It's all like.
They do. Well, they're the first one. They like Gilgamesh was the first ever story.
I mean, that's the first one that we know of that was written down enough to
Yeah.
for us to have an understanding of it. That doesn't mean that.
That was recorded.
Yeah,
That
because
then passed on
exactly, because all of those were oral traditions.
as
before that.
education. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plato didn't actually write anything down, for example. It was all written down by other people. And obviously, like the Iliad and the what's the other one?
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey and the
That's
Yeah,
Homer's
Homer's
Odyssey, yeah.
Odyssey,
yeah, Homer A did not exist and B never
Yeah.
was written down.
Yeah.
So it's like all just that's what we know kind of thing. There could have been something before Gilgamesh.
Ooh.
Pokemon.
Only reason I know Gilgamesh is because it's with
Fuck you.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
The
well,
Marvel
has any-
Cinematic Universe.
Has anyone got
Oh,
anything
yes.
they want to give a shout about that's happening anywhere in the world, creatively or related to games?
I like how Max decided there that like he was going to say something, but he didn't do nothing.
Free Myanmar.
Still haven't sorted out that Nightbot thing for the Kickstarters, so I'll wait till Cat's back before we implement that. And there are some cool Kickstarters going on.
Oh, that Dungeon Alchemist. That ends soon.
Dungeon Alchemist. What's that one?
It's like an AI dungeon. It just generates dungeons for you. It looks amazing.
It's a login, so I can't refer to it. No. I don't want to reveal my login to the world.
Don't do that.
I probably,
Dox yourself.
I probably already did that in a previous fucking episode, so fuck it.
Just
Dig
Google.
deep, Korea, dig deep.
Everyone just Google dungeonalchemist.com.
Yeah, go and check out dungeonalchemist.com.
AI
That's,
fancy game map making software.
Mm,
Create ever new high quality board game maps fast and get inspired.
yeah, sounds good.
Use code CrayCray at checkout.
If you want to sponsor us, go ahead.
Oh dear.
For all the 7 people that are probably watching us, that would be to great advantage to them. So,
Well, let's not get a bit big-headed.
okay, so
3.
3.
Yes.
I was overstepping there. But
Me, myself, and I.
We appreciate anyone watching, no matter how many of them there are. Thank you.
Thanks for swinging by.
That'll do. That's as good enough shout out as any. Product promo shit.
Oh shit! I saw that. That's fucking dope.
I've been using these free source books as inspiration and resources for this campaign. So it's Ultramodern 5 Redux, which is available on Drive-Thru-RPG. Arcana of the Ancients from Monty Cook Games, which is also available from Drive-Thru-RPG as well as their own website. And of course, Wizard of the Coast's Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage adventure book, module, whatever. They've been helping me with figuring out futuristic and tech-based sort of items as well as settings and creatures. There is also my DM's Guild Adventures, which are available to buy on said website. Fox and Fane Crafters with Gremlins. I've also got a new one in the works coming out in April time called Egg Hunt on the Isle of Teeth, so look out for that. And then I have an adventure in the Blood Ties anthology called The Crimson Well, along with 13 or 14 other excellent adventures by other RPG creators, which are all excellent and worth your time. So if you'd like to support us and me, please have a look for it on the DM's Guild and my other adventures. And also I've been drawing from these free supplements, Rogue's Law, Meeting Mechanus and Talas Unleashed, to help me figure out and mechanically implement creatures and beings and settings of a lawful alignment, and these contain excellent sort of information and resources to run a game using those kind of elements, so please check them out as well. And I believe that's it. So I'll just wait for this to come on, you can do it, computer. Come on, computer.
You can do it.
Let's cheer the computer on. It's struggling.
You can do it.
Come on, you can switch scenes. Come on.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah, we
Sweep
go.
the leg.
It worked. We did
Sweep the
it.
leg.
We helped it. We did it.
Sweep the leg.
We just needed some encouragement.
No
Okay,
mercy.
So that's that. We'll be back next week, hopefully around about the same time, 8 PM UK time. And until then, be safe, be kind, and be creative, and play RPGs.
Ooh, dang.
So farewell. Cheerio. Say goodbye, everybody.
Toodaloo.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Toodaloo.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Toodles.